want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. New video shows when Riverside police arrived at a home where two severely malnourished children were said to have been living. Prosecutors indicted Mailer Renee Henry Reid, 20, and Dustin Shade, 25, late last week, 4 counts of endangering children and 1 count of tampering with evidence. Charges came about after Henry Reid took her 15-month-old daughter to Hope Medical Center in January because she was sick. The child was immediately taken by ambulance to Dayton Children's Hospital and was admitted to the intensive care unit after it was discovered that she was so malnourished that she weighed around 10 pounds. After obtaining a search warrant of Henry Reid in Shade's home, the officers met Shade, who was holding the couple's 5-year-old son. "So are you aware of what's going on with your other kid?" a Riverside officer asked Shade in cruiser camera video obtained through a public records request. Shade responded saying she was sick and that he had been up all night with her. Shade started to use a phone to call someone, possibly his father-in-law, and officers told him to hand over the phone. "Officer, I'm literally caught. This is his house. Why am I in custody? I have done nothing, man," he told the officers. Shade handed over the little boy to police and briefly sits back down, but emotions are high, and he told officers he knows that are taking him to jail. "I've been with my daughter all morning. I've got no information about nothing, bro," Shade said. An officer put him in handcuffs, and the search warrant process played out while Shade sat alone in the cruiser, insisting he didn't understand why officers were there. "I take care of my kids every single day," Shade said. The boy was taken to the hospital and was also found to be severely malnourished, only weighing about 20 pounds. Officers found that the couple's home was a mess and smelled like urine. A not guilty plea was entered on Shade's behalf by a Montgomery County Common Pleas Court judge Tuesday. He remains booked on a $500,000 bond. Henry Reid is scheduled to appear in court next week. So here we have two parents, both young, and both of the kids are malnourished. The police stated that when they entered the home or whenever they got a warrant, whatever it was, that it automatically smelled like urine. That means that either they have pets or that they just do stuff wherever. And if the house is in a disarray like that, that also means that the food situation is the exact same way, if not worse. Now, if you pay close attention to how it is that the parents look, they don't really look malnourished. They look like they receive the food that they need every single day in order to sustain the type of weight that they have at this moment in time. But magically, for whatever reason, they can give themselves the food that they need in order to keep the weight that they got, but they can't seemingly find a way to properly take care of two children, of which they had, of which they have guardianship of which they are parents of. And this is going back to the same thing that I've stated before about a lot of people not needing to actually have kids. Some people just aren't meant to have kids. Just because you are able to procreate, don't mean that you should. This is proof of what it is that I'm stating. I remember that I did a video about this, and Young Thug had stated that, certain individuals just should not be having kids. And I 1,000% agreed. Because no matter how many people might have got offended or felt a certain type of way, I can continuously show stories that I can literally make a whole another YouTube channel specifically dedicated to this topic and never run out of content. I can deal with past, present, and future, and it's going to come out the exact same way. It's going to showcase how adults, a lot, should not be able to reproduce. Adults, a lot, should not even be parents. Adults, a lot, just should not even be within the vicinity of children at all. And yet again, this is clear cut an example. These are parents who have a home, who have two kids, and for whatever reason, they cannot find a way to properly feed the children. And the most amazing thing about this story is that they said a not guilty plea was entered on Shay's behalf by the Montgomery County Common Pleas Court judge Tuesday. And the father remains booked at 500 grand. Now I'm just trying to figure out, how is it possible that if the mother is there, they didn't say that she works, has a job, whatever, is going through school, whatever. They didn't listen to none of that. So you mean to tell me that he's there, she's there, but only one of them is getting charged and is locked behind bars? You have to be kidding me. Where is CPS? Where is the family of either one of them who could properly take care of and actually manage these children and raise them and can actually get custody? Where again is Child Protective Services? This is what I be talking about with Child Protective Services, or whatever it's called, no matter where you are around this world. It's amazing to me that whenever these instances show up, you never hear the courts talking about, hey, we got CPS involved. We got some psychologists involved. The judge, the judge covered for the mother. You have to be kidding me. And this is what I be talking about when it is that women don't really get the same type of responsibility and or response that men get if they do something wrong. That mother is there. That woman was there. She knew that these things were taking place. She allowed these things to happen and take place. She is a part of it. Why? Because she procreated with him. This is the man she decided to be with, and she's also in the house, which means that she can clearly, with 20/20 vision, see everything that is going on. She can also smell it. So you mean to tell me that she is living in that structure? That's not even a home. She's living in that structure. It smells like urine. The kids are malnourished, and she's not getting charged. She's not being held at $1 million bond. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. She should be made to be held responsible and accountable for her actions, both for choosing that guy and also having kids that she know that she was not well equipped or able to even deal with, manage, take care of, and raise. Matter of fact, whoever is also working on this case, such as the judge, he needs to be directly off of the bench, because it is ridiculous to try to cover for a mother that is a part, two peas a part of the same pod. Covered for the mother, not for the father. Like I said, throw the book at both of them. I'm an equal opportunist. I believe in equality. Obviously, this judge doesn't. The judge was like, well, the man is the head of the household and the man is in control. She's a woman. Women don't know nothing. Women only follow the man. Man guilty, woman innocent. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is 1,000% crazy. And like I said before, this is why you have a lot of women out here running without accountability, running without any type of responsibility or acknowledgement of any of their actions that have specifically put them in the circumstances that they are currently in. This is ridiculous. I feel sorry for the kids. My condolences to the children, because chances are, if this is how they are now, they're not going to be here much longer. Just to be honest, they're probably not going to be here much longer.